What's up, boys and girls? We're back with another little overview of a swap that we're just recently finished up on. This truck has a ton of stuff done to it, so let's go over what we got. So, like all our other videos, everything has Dakota digital. This one is the same. Vintage air, retro sound, TMI interiors. Still have to put the other seats in and stuff, door panels, but it's a full TMI. Custom console with the AccuAir set up right in the console. We have some custom switches to go along with the complete chassis rewiring that we did, and I'll show you that in just a second here. It's a pretty trick setup. We have all kinds of stuff setting off the air ride, one touch exhaust cutouts, so you hit it once, it turns them on, hit it again, it turns them off. No more holding switches. We've got our cab lights, our spotlight. I'll fire this thing up here, show you something cool about this Dakota digital. So you may have watched other videos, and I've talked about the expansion module for the Dakota digital gauges for the Holley Terminator, which is what we're running on this, like all the other swaps that we do. With that expansion module, it allows you to bring in things like air-fuel ratio, fuel pressure, boost, a couple other little things that you can do through the Holley, which is pretty trick. It's not super fast. It's not like having an analog gauge as far as the boost gauge or a wideband goes, but at least you can tell what's going on. It's quick enough that you could at least get out of it if you needed to, you know, get out of it because you're running lean or whatever. But that's pretty cool setup. So let's get out and go check out the motor on this old girl. So what we have here is a crate LS3 engine. Started out as a 430 horse crate engine. We have a Whipple on the top of it, and now it's making about 700-ish. We had to do some custom stuff. We have these custom covers on to hide the coils, so we had to do some custom stuff. Holley accessory drive, like all of our stuff that we do. We had to actually space out the blower to make up for the space that we needed to make up for the valve covers. So some custom little stuff there. Catch can that the customer had installed in there. And I don't know if you've noticed, but there's not a lot of wires in here. Like I mentioned, we did a complete chassis harness on this thing, and the customer wanted to have all of the wiring in a lockbox in the back of the truck. So all of the chassis harness has been completely moved to this little box back here. So here's all of the wiring in the entire truck. We have a custom fuse block with all of our wires, power wires, our Holley Terminator, relays and whatnot for the Holley. And on the other side, we have all of the air installed. So here's all the air. We have electric cutoff, so we can have the air on with the car off. So he could be at a bar and hit the switch and it'll drop down or raise up. But everything's nice and neat in here. Pretty custom. That took a lot of time. Just something we do to just go above and beyond. It's what the customer wanted and we delivered. Pretty cool little truck. It's a full AccuAir setup. So it's got the coilover airbags on the entire setup. It's probably the best air setup for these C10 trucks that I've found. It's pricey, but as from anything else, it's so nice. Like I said, it's kind of like a coilover with an airbag in it. So it's the full E-level package, and that's pretty much it. So LS3, the Whipple, 4L80, pretty kind of standard swap wise. This has BRP mounts, muscle rods mounts, so a little bit different than the Holley stuff. But the BRP stuff is kind of our go-to if we're not doing Holley. So that's it. I mean, it's a crate LS3 thing, runs great. You know, runs perfect. Idle's perfect. You know, just when you get on it, it's got a lot of power. It will roast the tires forever. So let's get this thing fired up, maybe take it for a test drive and see what she can do. All right, got her fired up. Already started up once, you guys saw that. But fires right up, perfect, runs perfect, thanks to the Holley. Really can't say enough about the Holley. I mean, we use it on everything, so you guys have already heard me talk about it all the time. Let's turn this vintage air on because it is hot out here. So like I said, air ride, hit the old switch, turns our setup on. So we have a preset for 2 for the just cruising around. And let's see, what else can we do here? Oh, we can play with the cutouts. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but so we have hit it once. Hit it again. And just like that, it's quiet. It's a pretty cool setup. I think Kin Diggit or somebody made a kit at one point. It looks like on their website they don't offer it anymore, so we had to kind of engineer our own setup. So yeah, I don't even know if you can buy it really. We just made it. I guess that's what happens when you do electrical stuff. You just kind of figure it out. So yeah, so we're just gonna go for a little cruise here. You know, like I said, crate LS3, you know, 430 horse out of the box to begin with. Plus a little Whipple on there. Thing's got plenty of power for this little truck. Runs great. Idle's at 650. Really can't beat it. Just running and driving the AccuAir setup. Really cannot compare this air setup to anything else. It rides totally smooth, like a car with springs on it. It's awesome. Obviously, you can, you know, go up and down and do whatever whenever you're driving. All the manual switches, and it'll continue to ride at that level. With the bags completely out, obviously it gets a little bouncier, but with it at probably 20%, 25% filled right now, it rides perfect. have any questions on this particular swap or any of these C10 swaps, obviously send us a message. We are happy to answer anything. So if you've watched any of our other videos, you kind of know the deal. Holly, 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 and more holly, and it just works. So that's that. I think we're still working on a couple other swaps that I know we've talked about. I have the video for the LS3 454 Firebird that I need to edit yet. It's all recorded. We're actually just gonna do a hydro boost setup on it, so I have it back at the shop. The LS3 454 was only making about 7 inches of vacuum, so the booster really wasn't adequate. The brakes are all right, but the customer really wanted it. Pretty sure he said, I want to stand on the brakes and lock them all up. So the factory booster isn't doing that. So we're going to put a hydro boost on there, and that should cure that. So I'll get that video coming up here, maybe at the end of the week or maybe next week once I get the hydro boost stuff in. That thing is so much fun. It makes a ton of power. It's so cool. So let's see what else we got. We got the Range Rover. Still doing the Range Rover. Ran into some kind of fitment issues on that. Got some stupid power steering box that's like the world's largest power steering box. So I've got to do some stuff there. I think I'm actually going to do a electric power steering. So that'll be kind of cool. We'll kind of do an overview of that and how that stuff works using some Volvo parts, some Swedish parts, and still doing the LT5 69 Malibu, and then that twin turbo 408 Chevelle, kind of in the process of that as well. I think that's it. So, like I said, if you guys got any questions on this thing, any other swap, anything, you just want to say hi, shoot us a message. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Let's keep this thing going. I know I need to keep making videos because everyone likes it. So we just moved into a new shop, which is pretty cool. I might do an overview on the shop now that we have lifts and stuff just got put up. I did a huge tag on the wall, which is awesome. I want to do that in every shop I've ever been in, but I never have. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, so we'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate you guys. Keep the questions coming. I love answering them, love talking to you guys, and we'll talk to you later.